Okay, here it's left hand. What's this what pieces have we had where you've had a strong first beat and soft second and third beats? And my mind's got a complete blank. Must be the end of the evening. Must be.
I keep thinking little work, but it doesn't have the chords in it. It's just,
but it's, well, exactly. I was thinking, even Allegretto 1, it's that. But yes, we haven't had these big leaps, have we?
No.
We have it in Paderewski, but that's the next book, and anyway, it's out of the book now. Okay, so basically we want very soft chords. They want to be very soft. It's worth practicing just the chords, so you don't have to jump down to get to the bottom note. It's worth practicing the bottom notes. They're good and strong. If I do it without pedal, it's strong, very soft. You simply can't be too soft with these chords. And it'll be difficult to be too strong with the bottom notes. You could be too strong, but we want a good sound there, but as soft as we can possibly be with all the chords. That's throughout the whole piece. Pedaling, which I know we'll do mostly with children, but it's quite subtle, this pedaling. It's a sort of cross between one pedal a bar, change, but actually with the right hand you have to do a little half pedal on the second beat. Because if I was to play the right hand like that, it's not quite right. So one does a little half change. And if you do a half change, it means that that bass note still holds. Still sounds. So you do a very quick. Still near that bottom note. Quick change. But we'll do that in detail in lessons.
The change on the second beat.
On the second. Only on the second, not on the third, usually. I think. Yes, a half change on the second. It's a matter of using your ears to hear what needs to be done. Ornaments here, because we're now into romantic music. Actually, it's not exactly because I've got different recordings. Some people play them before the beat and some people play them on the beat. I would like them before the beat, please. I think it sounds much nicer. Before the beat, the final note is on the beat. A lot of, I think all these dynamics are not Chopin's. Mostly they do work very nicely. Chopin didn't write any dynamics, I seem to remember. And it's quite nice. Have you written in bar 33 a suggested PP, but I've put an F in brackets. It's quite nice. It's one time you build up at 31, 32, and then suddenly drop down to PP at 33, and then when you repeat, you could not drop down, you could maintain the forte. Or you do it the other way around, stop. The first time you maintain the forte, and then the second time suddenly drop down. But it's up to children if they want to do that. A little bit of rubato, of course. That's like actually we love how just end of every 8 bars basically we just wait, take our time. So you just slow down at the end. Delay. Exaggerated that rather a lot, but just allowed to pull it about a tiny bit at the end of each piece. And then at the end of the whole piece, quite a lot of slowing down. finally, one very nasty bit, R21. We have this E major arpeggio, which does need to be strictly. It's a triplet and then a quintuplet. Sorry. Yeah. So a bit of slow metronome work to get. Sorry, it's isolating and working on. Any questions?
Yes, the jumps.
The jumps, how to, in the left hand. It's a lot easier when you're memorising it. Circles, rainbows, not straight there. Practice just one chord, never mind about what another chord somewhere else to move to, just practice the one. Leading with the wrist. Looking. Although eventually it's going to be good to play it with your eyes closed. So yes, in the left hand you initially just practice the bass notes, the big tone, and just practice the chords, the soft tone, and then the third thing to practice is your jumps. I'll tell you what, just remembered what William Fong recommends. Putting in an extra note. Or which I must confess, that's one that I haven't done a lot of myself. It's a launch pad. Maybe invent all sorts of things to do.
Probably it's obvious, but the bottom note's always Mr. 5.
Sorry, at the bottom is always fine. Yes. It's quite obvious. There's not very many different chords that one goes to, actually. I find that many of them are very similar. Although some of them are very similar but very slightly different. You can take 7 to the top of the second page, 17 to 24. You've got, so those two chords are the same chord but different notes in the chord. And then the A minor chord, and then you've got the same as the first bar but you don't change the chord. Which people I find very difficult to remember, sort out. I think that's about it.